Roscoe and Boppers, let's get it. Just got off work. Yes, sir. Just got off. Headed to my sis house. What's happening? What's happening? What's up? What's up? What's popping? Hey, yo, it's NateDogg916 coming at you live from Sacramento, man. Hey, I hope y'all went Dirty Nation in this thing. What's happening with you, Droops? Hey, man, look. Hey, hopefully y'all went and checked out my video I put up yesterday, the video I put up today. I'm going to start trying to put up videos more often, man. I decided, it's all about time management, right, and mindset, right? And I'm taking any ideas. But today, time to eat. Oh yeah, facts. I ain't eating yet, but I'll get to that. But today, yeah, hey, prison talk today. That's what we doing. Prison talk today. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, man. Anybody want to talk about prison? Got questions they ever wondered about prison? I'm gonna give it to you real raw and uncut, man. I'm gonna give it to you how it really was on level 4 from 1996 to 2014 in the state of California. Now, one thing for sure I need to say is people that ain't done time in California prisons, really, you can say whatever you want to say because everybody grown. But if you never had to experience it and live it, hey, what's up, Ian? Hey, anybody who ain't had to live it and experience it and do that time, you don't know what you're talking about, bruh. Turbo, I see you. You don't really know what you're talking about if you never had to live it. And I'm not saying that prisons in other states ain't rough, it ain't stuff happening and all this and all that. But let me be clear on one thing. Crazy Nick made a video, right, about California prisons and how a lot of people lock it up in California prisons and this and that, right? And how it's easy in California prisons. And how the prisons out there in his state don't have S&Y yards, right? They don't got S&Y yards. They don't have PC yards in his prisons. I'm going to tell you the number one main reason why we have PC yards and S&Y yards in California. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait to say that until 10 people get in here because I only got 9 and 4 likes. I'm going to need at least 10 people in here for that. And please, if anybody know the homie Crazy Nick, message him and tell him to come on so he can get a bar of this. Rick Bone, what's happening, man? We still at 9. Yo. I'm going to give you the number one. Everybody should know, but I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you because I was there, and I know. I was in prison when S&Y started. I was in prison when the first S&Y yard opened up. I wasn't in that prison, but I was in prison when it first started. And if I can get one more person in here, everybody sleep or whatever. If I can get one more person, 10. We got 10 people. Listen, Crazy Nick, I'm talking to you too, and maybe you can understand this, bruh. The main reason why California has S&Y yards and PC yards is because the mainliners was killing rats and killing child molesters and killing racists. We weren't programming with them. We wasn't on the yard with them. We weren't beating them up. We was killing them or trying to kill them. We was sticking steel in them. It wasn't no, oh, I beat up nobody. No, every time I ran across a child molester, I was stabbing him. I wasn't trying to beat him up. I wasn't trying to look all cute like, oh, I had a fade. Nah, they didn't get fades. If you molested a child and I found out you was from my town, my city, especially my neighborhood, I was going to put a piece of steel in you. It's that simple. So when people come on talking about, like, say, for instance, when Nick made that video talking about, they don't have PC yards out there. Well, the only thing that I can assume, I don't know, because I've never been there. The only thing is I can assume y'all body count ain't up like that in y'all prison system. Y'all body count must not be up. If y'all body count was up, the administration would be forced to protect these people. They'd be forced to. You say there's no PC yard. If there was enough bodies, The administration would be forced. There would be too many lawsuits from the families of dead people, which is what happened in California. Too many people were getting killed. Too many people were getting murdered cold-bloodedly for these kind of offenses. And I can't speak on, gang politics and all that because I'm not going to do that. But as far as child molesters and rapists and rats was concerned, hey, these people were getting knives put in their bodies, man. They wasn't getting beat up, man. It wasn't if you see him beat him up. It was if you see him take his breath. Here's the paperwork on this dude. If you see him take his breath. Now that is one of the main reasons why S&Y yards exist today. Or why they started in the first place. I don't know what they got going on, what it is, but I know one of the main reasons is it was real protection. It was real protective custody. That's why it's there. That's why it was there. Because those people's lives were in danger. Not because, I don't want to be on the main line, so I'm going to go to a S&Y yard. Nah. They started out, they had to be victims yards. People that got stabbed up, and basically they used to keep, look, when I was in High Desert, they kept all the victims in certain buildings. They didn't even put them in the buildings with us. They didn't even keep them nowhere near us. In the hole. This in the hole. They kept them separate from us. I was in the hole before they had a C unit in High Desert. I was in the hole. I was in 8 block. 7 and 8 block D upper. 7 and 8 was mainline ASSAG. 405 in the building. D7 and 8 were mainline yard. Mainline ASSAG. We had control compatible yard, and we had dog cages for those who were on walk alone. Buildings 5 and 6 on the upper yard were deemed for PCs, for protective custody people. So when people come on these videos, bruh, and they say stuff about what's going on in the California penal system and how they don't like the politics and this and that, you don't know nothing about it. You don't know nothing about it, bro. Like, I fuck with you, Nick. So, man, don't take this as no shade or none of that. I'm just telling you, bro, you don't know nothing about California politics, bro. You don't. You don't. Because if you did, you'd have an understanding. You'd have respect for it. You know what I mean? Because you would understand it. It's different. It's bigger than rap, bro. It's bigger than, people. Yeah, believe me, I'm sure there's people now these days that that this cat's locking it up right in the back of the police car. I promise you, guaranteed. But that's not how it used to be, bruh. It ain't always been like that. Those yards started out as victims yards, straight victims yards, and I walked those 4 yards. So I've been the assailant and made some people victims, and I've seen people that was victims, and I've seen people carried out on stretchers, and I've seen people where they just had to come pick up the mess. Just come pick up the mess because he done. I've lived and seen all of this. Politics keeps order. For those who don't know, when people talk about prison politics and, I'm not following nobody, this rules and that rules, and that's why you got a whole bunch of drug addicts doing drug addict stuff, alcoholics doing alcoholic stuff all out on the yard, causing all kind of bull crap to where we can't program. When we got certain rules and regulations that we live by, it prevents us from doing stuff that's going to affect the whole car. It prevents us from doing stuff solely, individually, that's going to affect the whole race. Hey, I see you, Life Without. These are the things that keep us from doing things individually that are going to affect our whole race. Because if I do something as a black man, if I'm as a black man, I go attack a Mexican, that starts a war. I don't know what goes on in other states where you can just go beat up on a Mexican gang member or fight a Mexican gang member and think that's it. If you attack a Mexican gang member or a black gang member and you have a different race, that is an automatic start to a war. Automatically. It ain't nothing to talk about. Because you should have talked about it before you done it. And that what comes to, and then another thing Nick said is if he had a problem with a person, he'd just go get down with him. Right? Right? Right. But if I got a problem, so that means every time you got a problem with a person, you took off. So there's no structure at all in the prisons in Minneapolis, I'm assuming. Because if I got a problem with a white boy having a swastika on his head, and I just go take off, now we fighting with all the whites. Now we fighting with all the whites. Because that's how it go. That's just how it go. And I know you want to say real, I know people say, oh, real men fight their battles. But that's why the politics of that is about it. Because everybody don't just let that go. Everybody don't let that one-on-one stuff go. We not in the street. Prison is nothing like the streets, man. It's nothing like the streets. Level 4 prison is nothing like the streets, bruh. Period. You know what I mean? And I'm pretty sure level 3 ain't like that either. But as far as like cats saying Cali this and Cali that, I'm from Cali, bruh. And I would never say nothing against somebody I fuck with state as a general statement. If I got a problem with you, I'm going to say it to you about you. I'm not going to say nothing about your state. And if somebody from your state do some backwards, underhanded snake stuff, I'm not finna come on YouTube and smut your whole state because somebody did some scandalous stuff. Because that's not how I rock. So that you know. Hey Austin, what's up, bro? I see you. Oregon tapping in. And you got a lot of people that say they think the politics in California is weird, and they think it's weird out here how we get down. And Chika is tapping in. What's happening? But you never had to live it, bro. Whoever you are, you never had to live it, so you don't understand it. You don't understand it. All right, thank you, Elliot. You don't understand things that you've never lived a part of. You know what I mean? And it's not protection, I promise you. It's more discipline. It's more being disciplined. Oh, I understand life without. I know that. But I would never say nothing about Canada disrespectfully if I had a problem with you either. I would call you and we would talk about it and we would figure out our issue. Or I just wouldn't associate. I would disassociate. I'm never gonna say nothing foul about nobody's state because somebody in that state, or it could be 1,000 people in that state doing foul stuff, because there is a lot of people in this state that are foul. But that don't mean that you throw a blanket statement over a whole state. Like, oh, politics are weird. But you never lived it. You never had to live up under politics. You know what I mean? If you a drug dealer in prison, politics will get you paid. Politics will get you your money when it's going bad. Politics will keep somebody from robbing you. Yeah, all that. You know? Politics make people stay honorable. You know, those who stick to the code of what they're doing, you know what I mean? The politics will. Now, don't get me wrong. There's certain organizations that there might have been some bad, there have been some bad calls made. I was never there for those, but I have seen in my own situation, I have seen some bad calls made because people were childhood friends with people, and or this man was the dope man and he had drugs, so nobody wanted to get rid of him. Absolutely, I agree. I love my country, and everybody should love the country they live in. You know what I mean? Good, bad, and ugly. I'm still from America. No matter what. The prison system is flawed, absolutely. But I still love my country. This is where I'm from, man. This is where I'm from. How am I not love where I'm from? And I'm not talking about the gang aspect of it, because even non-affiliates fall under the politics of prison life. No gang member that's affiliated in a situation is gonna do anything. Like, let's say you got a Sereno. A Sereno's not just gonna blatantly attack a non-affiliate black guy over drugs or whatever without coming and talking to somebody first, because that could pop something off. Because ain't no other blacks just gonna stand around and let you attack a black and just, oh, okay, he not the homie. That ain't how it works. That ain't how it works with race. And people don't understand it's racial politics. California is built on a racial foundation. The California prison system is built on a racial. Even the guards segregate us. Even the administration segregate us because of that. And people don't realize that. We don't have interracial cellies unless the cellies are riding as black. Irish. We don't do that. And I don't got nothing against no race or nothing. It's just the way that the prison politics system works. That's how it works. You know what I mean? And a lot of people from other states, not just Nick, man, always got something to say about California, man. But none of them have done time here. None of them. None of it. If you come do time here and you got something to say about it, okay, I can understand you saying something now. But if you've never done time here, never seen what it's about, yeah, I know some dudes that was white that rolled, they was black, but they wasn't gang members, but they rolled black. They function with the blacks. They play hand back. They you know what I mean. They eat at tables with the blacks. All that. Thank you, DC. Thank you. He from the Crest, so he grew up with blacks. I mean, for me, the first time I went to the hole, I had to get used to it. But after that, it's like it's just another cell, bruh. It's just another cell. But hey, I just wanted to come on here and go live, quick 20 minutes, man. I appreciate y'all. Wait, what? Wait, what? He's so kind to me. We all make mistakes sometimes. Hey, don't get me wrong. I associate with Nick. That's my partner. But that don't mean I wasn't taken aback by the fact that he went at California when he fuck with me. He fuck with me. He fuck with Dirt. You know what I mean? You know, and at first I was thinking that basically he was really just talking about the rats and stuff from California. But it's like he got onto the politics of California. But you know, hey, he got a right to feel however the fuck he feel. Real talk. You know what I mean? But unless he lived there, and you got a right to support him, like you say, he a kind gentleman. Absolutely, absolutely, as you should. Ride with those who you ride with. That's a good look. You know what I mean? You're supposed to do that. And good looking for putting that comment on there. You know what I mean? If he ever see it, he know you was standing up. You know what I mean? Like, hey, I'm rocking with you. I hear you. Yeah, it's good. It's good. Good stuff, Ollie. Good stuff. Thank you. Hey, I appreciate you for sending that to him. You know what I mean? I appreciate you sending that to him. You know, yeah, take care of your loved ones incarcerated, man. If you fuck with them, man, because they appreciate it, man. Even a picture, man. Picture, a package, $20, man. What's $20 gonna hurt you, man? But yeah, what's up, Lil Sick 925? What's happening with you? Yeah, but bottom line, man, like I said, man, it is what it is with me, man. Hey, all I'm saying is that if you haven't done time in California, then you really shouldn't be speaking about you can speak about whatever you want, like I said at the beginning. but you don't know what you're talking about as far as what goes on inside of California prisons if you haven't been there. So if you don't do nothing else, man, that's 21 minutes. Stay loyal to yourself. Thank you, 21 people, for staying by.